Hey David, Charlie Soule here with Green Valley Ranch. Thanks for coming out today. Just want to take you through a few things here we worked on. On the left here you can see this is our setup. Two things I want you to notice. One is where the club is set up. On the right, this is what we got to a little bit later. That little bit of forward press in the hands is going to help you out as far as getting back to that position. Secondly, if you can look on the left, one of the first swings you had, you can see your hand position, that right hand pretty far over. Here on the left, much better as far as being relaxed underneath. I think you're going to find you're going to get more and more comfortable having that hand rotated under a little bit. It's also going to promote getting those hands out in front during the swing. So on your first swing, the original takeaway here, it's tough to tell from this point. I can tell that right here your face is pretty far open versus we get to the same spot here and it's quite a bit more shut. It's this one on the right is significantly better. As we come up all the way to the top, not huge changes. It's going to be a little different just with how your right hand ends up working, but you can see the size of the swing in particular. We are using a wedge on the right. That's part of the reason it's shorter, but I like how much shorter that swing is. And then as we come back through, this is the piece through here. So you can see on the left we have right around 90 degrees of angle, maybe a little bit more than that. And then we really start losing it, where we come into impact and ended up where we have this kind of reverse angle going on. Additionally, you can really see that right hand and how it's flipped over. If you're looking in this one, as you get better at it, this is an awesome improvement for one day. You can see just how much better that angle is. Eventually, we're going to get to a point that it looks a little bit like this, but for right now, you're doing great. Also, if you're looking at how much of that right hand is shown, it's a lot less. Additionally, as we get done and through, you can see you're getting some extension, whereas on one of the first swings, you really have to cut it off. So what I'm looking at right here is the distance between your hip and the butt of the club versus this distance here. Just to show you how much better that is, I'll throw in one of these models here. I got we were looking at Adam Scott, so we'll keep with that. Bring you back a little bit. So first off, we got setup. This is him at setup. So you see that's looking a lot more similar to what we're going for. Takeaway is good, and he's hitting. I think it's like an 8-iron. It looks to me that he's hitting that. So as the clubs get longer, the swing is going to get a little bit longer. It's also why you struggled a little bit when we were trying to hit that 7-iron outside. As he comes into impact, you can really see him holding that angle, hands out in front. As we come into impact, and this is the newer swing, holding the angle, hands out in front. So it's looking a lot better. There's going to be some things that you see that are different. We're going to work on those. I don't want to get into them too much right now, but you can see the extension solid, and you can see how similar that extension is on the left there. To take you through what we're looking at from behind versus where we started. So on the left, this is what we started with. This is one of your first swings here. So a couple things we were talking about. On the right, this is your last swing there, the good one that we were looking at. So you can see, it's a little tough here, but you can see the face angle. So on the better one, you can see a face angle that's about like that, and on the bad one, you can see how far around that face has come. So as we keep going up to the top, what that really affects is how we come down at it. So you're going to see two things. One is the shaft angle, which is up through your shoulder, and then two is going to be the face angle. So as we get a little further down, you can see that face is set up to hit the ball dead right, versus as you've gotten better at it, take it up to the top, much shorter swing, which I like a lot. As we come back down through, you see how that angle is dropped down through your bicep, and then the face of the club, you can really see the difference there between right about here, which is great, and then this one, which is not so great. So massive improvement. I really like it. A couple of feelings I want you to be thinking through, and this is also one of the things I look at. If you see the face moving through your hands during the swing, you're going to be in really good shape to have success making contact through it. You can see on the left here where that club is way off of the hands. So to give you an example here, stick with Adam. Here's your takeaway. Club face. Attempts to match spine angle. Gets further away. I'll just do this as a comparison here. So we got here. So you can feel just how closed and outside your club feels, and you need to get a little farther with it. He's up to the top. How that looks. You actually look pretty good up here. I like that a lot. And you really see him drop from the inside, similar position here, through the bicep. Club lays on the forearm, and you can see that the face of the club here. That's what I'm looking at for you. So pretty similar here as far as what you're looking at. And then as he comes in, then he's able to use his body. That's kind of the next thing we're going to get into. But you can really see him rotating as opposed to trying to jump into it. But hope this is helpful. If you got additional questions for me, please feel free to reach out. Again, this is Charlie.